This is RTE Pulse.
Yes, welcome to Whiplash on RTE Pulse. Tune into the second hour of the show tonight, and you know what that means. We have our guest of the week, and this week we got Malcolm Funktion on the show. How's it going, man?
How you doing, Joe?
How's life?
Good, not bad at all.
Now, can you just tell us a bit about Malcolm Funktion and who he is and what he does?
Basically, Malcolm Funktion is just an alias I came up with a good few years ago now. And it was originally for another artist. We were trying to think of names that he could have for himself. And for some reason, he obviously didn't take the name, but for some reason the name stuck with me. I kind of remembered it, and it's a kind of unique name. I mean, nobody else is bound to use it.
So you're DJ / producer, yeah?
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing it for?
My first DJing gig, I was 17. I'm 31 now. Yeah, I know, I'm old school.
So that's a long time. And how has the music changed since you were listening to music since you were 17?
Well, at 17, I was very much into the hardest techno you could possibly get. Yeah. At the moment now, it's gotten a lot more funkier, but I don't know whether you want to call it. Yeah, people are calling it electro. But I mean, I'm not too good on genres.
There's so many subgenres.
Exactly. Anything that's kicking.
Did you get started into it? I know you started at 17, but what got you into DJing and the music?
My brother actually was very much into producing, but he gave it up, and I used to kind of hang around. He used to have a full studio in his bedroom, and he used to kind of hang around listening to what he was making and that kind of thing. And then, you know, the option of getting a set of decks came up, so I kind of stuck with that for a couple of years, practicing mixing and that sort of thing. And then it came about handing demo tapes to people, and they took me on.
What about the journey from DJing to production? How long was that?
That was fairly slow, I suppose, because I did originally think at the time that I would have needed a proper kitted out studio to do any of this sort of thing. Then my brother actually put me on to a few software programs. I think the first one was Rebirth. Then I done it for fun at the start, but as time progressed, you know, I realised that it was actually kind of sounding good, and then people were starting to be interested in it. So
if you had to choose now at the moment, DJing or production, which would be your
production? Yeah,
production, big time.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I used to love sitting at home, you know, mixing records till the cows come home, but I've just no desire to do it anymore.
Yeah, and tell us about your releases or your productions to date. How many have you released altogether?
I've released one album and 3 EPs with the one label. At the moment, I have.
What label is that?
Elliptic.
Good stuff.
Elliptic Records. At the moment, I have 4 singles coming out with an Irish label, Redbox Records.
Good stuff.
There's 1 single coming out with a Turkish label, Funktion Records. Acid Phonic are doing another release. These are all to come out at the end of this year or early next year, but there's about 6 in total. There's also a collaboration with 2 lads from Denmark called Secret Groovers, and I think they're releasing it on Vault 9 Records in Amsterdam.
If you had to describe your style, what would you say you'd be?
I really don't know. It's going back to the genre thing. You know, I suppose I could be generally categorized into electro. Yeah. I mean, I've been on different sites and they've described it under different genres. So I mean, I like to kind of, as long as it remains funky and hard, then it's good for me.
And what have you got anything in the pipeline coming up very soon?
No, just the release. I'm just waiting on the releases to come out and to see how they do, and to basically take it from there. I'm also just working on a few remixes from the new label in Turkey, Funktion Records. They've handed me a few remix packages, so trying to get them out to them as quickly as possible. And obviously just take it from there. If I get good feedback from it, then I can see where I can go from there, you know.
So you've done a mix for us now, yeah?
I haven't indeed yet.
Good stuff. We'll bang that on now anyway. You've tuned into Whiplash on RTE Pulse with our guest of the week, Malcolm Funktion. We're going to get into his mix right now.